There have been a lot of talk about race in the 2015 election campaign. How do you think this affects the youth looking on?
Let's be real. Race is and has always been a factor in elections processes in Trinidad and Tobago. Barack Obama recently, President Obama, made the point in America that he's fully aware that the scourge, the business of race, wouldn't disappear after 3, 4, even 5 generations. It's so deeply rooted in our minds. Black people, by virtue of the slave experience and by virtue of the fact that there are some very deep scars yet unhealed that slavery left behind, are as well affected by racism. Not only have they been the victims of racism, but they have accepted less and lower standards by virtue of it having affected their minds and their spirits in the way that it has. And of course, Indian folk have had their bouts of discrimination, and racism is an international phenomenon based on ignorance, based on stupidity, even slavery. We know that they enslaved human beings and they used race to justify human enslavement. So, Malcolm X teaches us, being ignorant or being a slave may not be your fault, but remaining ignorant certainly is. Dr. Williams and the P.N.M. put in our Constitution from our very beginning, from morning, a twin principle: morality in public affairs and interracial solidarity. We, as a nationalist party, sought to bring all the races together into one colorful, beautiful nation that is Trinidad and Tobago. That's an act of love. That is a thought of love. On the other hand, Hitler thought of a superior race and that you must alienate and wipe out and exterminate all others. We of the P.N.M. felt that that was not the way to go. And we, through the mouth of Dr. Williams, put it simply: there shall be in Trinidad and Tobago no Mother India, no Mother China, no Mother Syria, no Mother Lebanon, no Mother Africa, but only Mother Trinidad and Tobago, and a mother cannot discriminate among her children. That was the philosophy by which we lived. And you know, we have lived up to that. To this day, there has never been a single constitutional case won by anyone in this country on the basis of racial discrimination. So with all the talk you hear out there from those dividers, what is the reality? We have had a good thing going here. We live well. Young people don't study race. They study love, they study affection, they study meeting people who they can match sensibly with to make a family. And you see that all across Trinidad and Tobago. Stalin says, sufferers don't care about color, sufferers don't care about race. So we have done a great thing, and with all the talk about race, we will maintain our stance that the best and the most sensible and godly way to run a country is to encourage the fusing of all the races and the religions into the one beautiful basket that is Trinidad and Tobago, and we are recognized world over for having succeeded at that. So I reject race, I reject racism. I myself have been a victim of that, but I know it is unlawful, it is unconstitutional, it is ungodly, it is simply wrong.